我の力を貸してやろう。テンペストブラスター。まだまだ暴れ足りないぞ。
たっぷり可愛がってあげる。ハグズ・オブ・クイーン。それ、終わるまで持ちなさい。
魔王の力の片鱗見せてやろう。光よ消しとブリッターソード。身の程をわきまえろ。
Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back for another slime video. And as you saw from the previous scene, we have the animations for 4 of the new upcoming units that are dropping in 4 days. 4 days, little less than 4 days from now, Sunday night. So we know that the space meta is starting Sunday, and it's bringing the free-to-play Frey, and then the protection Veldora, the battle unit Milim, and also Octagram Leon. Now, thank you to the Isekai Memories database, we have actually gotten most translations for what Veldora, Milim, and Frey do, and then at least the first translation for Leon's first skill. So I wanted to wait, a little bit of time before doing this video. I mean, we found out who they were 2 days ago, but I wanted to finalize translations, let the community kind of do what they had, because there was a lot of debate going back and forth on certain skills and what they did. So I wanted that to kind of cool down and get finalized before making this video. So hopefully this will be as accurate as possible going into the half anniversary. But let's take a quick look at free-to-play Frey down here. Now, we know based on the live stream... Do I still have that up by chance? Do I still have that up? I don't know if I do. I'll have to go find it. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so during the live stream broadcast, the voice actresses for Rimuru and Milim were actually playing a stage of Tower, and they showed off the screen, which shows all 3 of the new unit skills. We've got Milim right here, we have Frey here, and we have Veldora here. And then further in, we saw some very quick, brief shots of their traits. And so using, this information that exists already, and then a little bit of speculation on what each skill is, we were able to determine what each character does. So right here for Frey, we can see that she is our first green and orange into 2 blue. So our special blue converter that we've all been waiting for is here, and it's the free-to-play unit, which is actually really nice that it's not locked and everyone will have access to this, because the other 2 special converters are Wind Valentine and Hinata, and they are both summonable. So new players won't have access to them in an easy format, but everyone is going to have at least a double blue converter. And then she also has the giveaway skill, like the free-to-play Earth Albus and Earth Zoe. But here we can definitely see that Frey... So she is a single target based on that animation that we saw, and then her first skill transfers her own soul orb ×2 to another Vanguard character, and increases all souls' secret skills gauge increase by 5% up to 10% max. I don't know if this will be the secret skill gauge or if it will be the blue gauge, because she is also changing blue. I'm not certain on this secondary part right here, but I'm going to take it as is for now. But the transfer the own soul card, I'm not a big fan of. It's totally RNG based, and it's not as good as what Earth Betimaru has, where he takes guaranteed 2. You're giving away 2 to either your other Unit 1 or your other Unit 2, and you have no control over who it is. So it could be good for you, or it could not be good for you, because you could have like a 4-hand of Milim and a 2 orb of Frey, and no orbs of, say, Space Rimuru, and you want to give all your cards to Milim, and you use this skill, and all of a sudden you have 2 cards for Rimuru instead, and that doesn't help you at all. It puts you right back to where you were, and you used up points for it. So I don't like the RNG-ness of it, but it is what it is. But then she is the special blue orb changer. So changes solo skills and solo secrets ×1 each into Soul of Divine Protection ×2. So 1 and 1 for 2, and increases the Divine Protection gauge increase until the end of battle by 3% up to 5%. Okay, so here's the blue buff gauge. So this might actually be true right here, the Soul Secrets gauge. But buffing blue gauge increase is good because you're going to want to get this Veldora online. And Special Blue Converter is literally helps everyone. Literally helps everyone. And now we also have translated her trait as well, which honestly it's not good. So, enhanced counterattack rate. So, when you unleash a 4+ combo attack with Soul of Skills, so greens, increases own counterattack rate by 4% for the next turn. Unless you're using the Golem, your counterattack rate is crap. So, increasing it by 4%, sweet deal, guys. All the way up to 6%. Ooh. There is not a space unit. I think Water Milim gives you guard, but does not give you counterattack. So this trait is pretty ass. But moving on to Milim, we can see here that she has the same attack boost skill that Light Leon has, and then she has her brand new Dragon Form skill. So moving over into Milim, she is also single target, so excellent. We have a single target new summonable unit, and we have a single target free unit. The only second free-to-play single target unit that we've gotten in the game in 6 months, which is shocking. So hopefully she actually does decent stats. We don't know if they're attack growth type balance or defensive. For Frey, I'm sensing more balance based on her skill set, but that's just me kind of guessing. But moving on, Milim, single target, first skill increases space attack power of all allies by 40% up to 50%. So exactly like Leon, but for the space team. Leon obviously is buffing up Gazel for your main nuke, and Space Milim, I think, is boosting up herself and Space Milim. Octagram Space Milim, who we already know hits very hard, even at level 80. So giving her an extra 50% space damage is going to be pretty nutty. And people who have fed in dupes from the Octagram shop into the Octagram Milim, she's going to hit stupid levels probably after the space meta is over. So that's already very good. I know people don't like Leon because having him boost light limits him a lot, but I'm not really... I don't think of him too badly because he is support. He is a support unit. I'm not going to use him on like the dark team because he has no value almost except for his single orb change. His main point is to boost up your light team, and so I'm going to run him on the light team where he will shine and help everyone out. So the same kind of thing goes for this Milim, is where she's boosting up space. So, and then, you know, space already has Space Rimuru. So 40% attack right there, which will go alongside the space attack because they're two separate effects. So you got 40% attack boost from Space Rimuru, you've got 50% space attack boost from Milim. You're looking pretty good already, guys. Her second skill is the new skill, so Dragon Power, up to 80, so up to 100% chance to transform into Dragon Mode, and increases her own attack by 20% for 15 points. Let me zoom in on this, actually. This probably is quite hard to see. That's, alright, here we go, sorry. Alright. Or not. Hold on. Why can't I zoom in further? Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, so space attack power, and then chance turns into dragon mode and increase attack power. So this attack boost right here, 20%, is good because it's cheap, 15 points again. But it will get overshadowed by Space Rimuru's 40% boost, just so you know that. The higher boost will take effect, so if you pop Space Rimuru, and then pop this, you'll get Dragon Mode, but you won't get this 20%, because you already have the 40% on. But her Dragon Mode increases values gained by buffs while being in Dragon Mode. So think of this like Velzard's Frostbite. Let me pull her up real fast. So Velzard's Frostbite skill, chance to give all Frostbite to targets times 100%, but what the skill actually does is it increases the percentage of buffs by 1.3%. So if a buff does 20% baseline, like a debuff kind of thing, debuff defense by 20%, it's now 26% with Frostbite on. The dragon mode works in the same way, but it's now increasing your own buffs on Milim. So this 20% attack buff right here will actually be 26%. This 50% space attack boost is now like 62% or something like that. So she is going to be a heavy nuker. And then, this 20%, 26%, but Space Rimuru is going to be like a 50% now or something close to that. So the more you can stack on to this Milim, the harder she's going to hit, and she's going to hit stupid hard. The only thing we don't know about this is what the percentage value is. If it's going to be the same 1.3% as Frostbite, if will be more or less, because obviously we are boosting stats by a lot more than what we're debuffing on the other side with Velzard. But then moving on, her trait, when your troop contains 3 or more battle characters, increases skill points by 4 at the start of battle, up to 6. So she is the exact same as Wind Valentine and Water Soe, where you put her in the front line, either support or main, and you get extra skill points at the start of the fight. So, very useful. I think it's the third most useful skill next to Protection and Secret Skill Gauge at the start of turn. So I can't really complain about that. Her skill set looks very, very good. And now let's go to protection units real fast. So we've got Space Veldora up here, the Mighty Roar. Alright, so he is a space and dark type leader, which means that team is going to be gross. Up to 16% and 8%, that's fine. And then his protection skill had a lot of controversy around it because we weren't entirely sure on the translation until now, but increases the skill point gain of all orbs by 50% until the end of battle at a max of 250%. So all of your orbs will give you more skill points, starting at 50 and then 100, 152, and 250%. Now, Charybdis gives you all gauge increase by 150, so for your greens. So that is where they're different. Cabby is boosting greens only, but boosting all gauges, and Veldora is boosting all orbs, but only your skill point gain. So that's kind of where the balance will live between him and Cabby. However, he also permanently increases all allies' space attack by 10% until the end of battle. Which again, because this is a permanent space attack boost, it will stack with the new Milim's 50% temporary buff, so 60% attack. And then if you use the dragon form of Milim, this 10% will go up to 13%. So Space Milim can get pretty nutty right here. And then if that wasn't enough, he also increases your skill cost limit until the battle by 40 points, which is what Cabby does as well. So, when this initial translation came out, it was the all gauge boosted for all orbs by 50, and he would have been hands down, like no competition, best protector in the game. Now that we know that it's only the skill point gain, it does drop him down a peg. He's still a very good leader, but since he's not boosting, alt gauges, or he's not boosting protection gauge to get him back online the next turn, it does hold him back. It just means you'll have a lot of skill points to use all the time, which can be good, because it seems like this team is going to run off a whole lot of high-cost skills. And then his trait is if one or more enemies have 50% or less HP, increase the attack power of all allies by 4% at the beginning of the next turn. So, if they're down low, you're going to hit them harder. And I'm pretty sure that this 4% will also stack with Milim's dragon form. Milim's dragon form. So again, just another percentage buff on the attack of Dragon Milim. So she's going to look nutty. And then the final unit that we have is the Octagram Leon. Now, they didn't show off any of him in the video, so we only have the translation on his first skill only. And this is another thing that was in contention for a while. So it converts all of his own orbs into orange orbs, and then boosts the orange gauge increase by up to 10%. So the first time the translation came out, he converted all orbs into oranges. And then a second translation came out where he converted all of his all orange orbs into alt orbs, which made no sense. And now we've settled on the converting all of his own personal orbs into orange orbs. So if he has 3 greens, they're now 3 oranges. If he has 6 greens, it's now 6 oranges. If he has no orbs, you get no orange orbs, because he doesn't have any on the field, and he's not stealing any. So he seems kind of situational. We also don't know if he is single target or not, because it's really hard to tell in his animation. You can't see like a mushroom on the ground when that giant arrow is coming down. So it remains up in the air if he is single target or not. If he is single target, then he does have some value because he is light. So you can run him with Light Leon and Gazel and have maybe possibly a second, decent nuker. And it looks like he's going to be magic based because he's firing a giant magic arrow at the ground. And Gazel is physical, so it could be something good there. But this initial translation does not impress me on him. It's kind of disappointing. We'll have to see what his second skill is going to be, see if that makes him completely worth it. But that's it for the video, guys. That's going over all 4 of the known units that are coming out on Sunday. Now, we do know, based on right here, that there is a 3rd mystery unit that will be on the banner when it drops on Sunday. And they are not going to tell us who it is until the 25th, Sunday. 25th Japan time, so Sunday for me. So this is our first triple unit banner featuring 3 characters right here. Triple unit. We don't know if it's a battle unit, we don't know if it's a protector unit, we don't know who it is. All we know is their space as well. So they're also boosting the drop rate of 5-star characters from 4% to 5%, which for newer gacha players doesn't seem like a whole lot, but for veterans of gacha games, 1% can make a huge difference. A huge difference. So I expect to see people pulling 5 stars left and right. Except for me, because no matter what the rate is, the rate could be 100%, and I could pull no 5-star units. That's how bad my luck is. But that's it for the video, guys. Going over what we know for the new units. Are you guys hyped for these new units? I think Dragon Milim is going to be a very, very, very powerful single target alt damage dealer. Veldora seems to be a very, very good protector. Frey looks okay because they're orb changing, and Leon is kind of mad right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. For now, take it easy, and I'll see you later.